Hey kiddos, for today's math lesson, you will need lesson 7-8. And down at the bottom, you will see that this can be found on page 407. You will also need either a pencil or a crayon. You can choose whichever writing utensil you prefer. We've been learning a lot about subtraction and how that means to take away or to separate numbers. Today we're going to take a look and learn that in subtraction there are also patterns. Let's see if you can find some. This page we are actually going to skip, so you can go ahead and flip this page to the back. This lesson can be pretty tricky, but if we work together, I know that we can get it. So your page should look just like this. And before we get started, let's go ahead and take a look at today's learning video together. Here we go.
What patterns do you see in the 5 frames? Zero dots are crossed off in the first one. 1 dot is crossed off in the second one. 2 dots are crossed off in the third one, and so on. What do the equations show? They show how many dots are left after some or none have been crossed off. These equations are known as subtraction sentences, since they show subtraction problems. What patterns do you notice? The numbers you are subtracting from stay the same. The numbers you are subtracting go up. The answers go down. What do you notice about these pairs of equations? The numbers that are taken away are switched with the numbers that are left. How are the equations in the pairs alike? Both equations in each pair start with 5. If you know that 5 minus 1 equals 4, then you also know that 5 minus 4 equals what number? If you know that 5 minus 1 equals 4, then you also know that 5 minus 4 equals 1.
The 1 and the 4 switch places.
Now you know how to use a pattern to help solve a problem.
That seems really tricky. Let's take a look at it together though. All right, you should already be on this page. Let me get my pencil ready. Let's take a look and see if we can find some patterns in these equations right here. Take a look at number 1 star. First, we're going to start with this equation here. 4 minus 0 equals, and you notice there's a blank there. So we need to solve this equation. 4 minus 0. Do you know what that is? Let's try it on our fingers first. Start by putting up 4 fingers. Now, take away 0. How many fingers should we put down? None. Remember, 0 means none. So 4 minus 0. How many fingers are we still holding up? 4. Write the number 4 right here. Good job. Let's keep going. Now we have 4 minus 1 equals, let's solve that together. Start by putting up 4 fingers. Minus 1. That means take away 1. Put down 1 finger. How many do you have left? 3 fingers still up. Write the number 3. Let's see if we notice any patterns yet. 4, 4, 4, 4. In all of these equations, we're starting with 4. Minus, 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 minus. We're taking away in all of these equations. 0, 1, 2. Do you notice that pattern? 0, 1, 2, 3. I wonder what that means about the answers. 4, 3. What do you think this answer will be? If we follow that same pattern, 4, 3. Are you saying it? Let's see if we can solve it together. 4 minus 2. 4 fingers up. Minus means take away, so we are going to put down 2 fingers. Do it. 1 finger down, 2 fingers down. How many fingers do you have left up? I hope it's 2. Right, 2. Good job. 4 minus 2 equals 2. Let's look at those patterns again. 4, 3, 2. Were you right about that pattern? What do you think this answer will be if we're following that pattern? 4, 3, 2. Do you think it's 1? Let's check to make sure. 4 minus 3. Let's solve that. Start with 4 fingers up. Now, take away 3. 1, 2, 3. How many fingers do you have left up? Is it 1? That's right. And look at our answer. It's 1. Wow. Let's see if we can find more patterns together in subtraction. Turn your page. All right, let's look at this. For number 2 apple, we are going to take a look at the picture of these butterflies and these equations that we will write to match the pictures. And we'll see if we can find some patterns together. Have your pencil or your crayon ready? Let's go. 3, 3, 3. It looks like we're starting with 3 every time. Yep, and look at these butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 3 butterflies every time. And we know it's takeaway because look, some of the butterflies are X'd out. So they have the minus sign there for us. What do you notice? Do you see a pattern? Well, in this row, there's 1 butterfly taken away. In this row, there are 2 butterflies being taken away. And in this row, there are 3 butterflies being taken away. Let's write that part. 1, 3 minus 1. Is that what this picture shows? Yep. 3 butterflies with 1 being taken away. Now it's 2 being taken away. Write the 2. 3 butterflies. Yep. Minus 2 with 2 taken away. What number do you think will go here? 1, 2. Is it 3? Let's double check. Are there 3 butterflies being taken away? There are 3 butterflies and 3 are being taken away. Look at that pattern. 3, 3, 3, because we're starting with 3 every time. Look at this pattern. 1, 2, 3. What do you think this pattern will be? Let's solve these together. Remember, the answer is how many butterflies are left. So look at this row. How many butterflies are left in this one? 1, 2. Okay, let's write the 2. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Let's see. 3 butterflies. Take away 1. Yeah, there are 2 left. Let's try the other one. 3 minus 2 equals, let's look at that picture. 3 butterflies, take away 2, there's 1 left. There we go. Now, let's take a look at this one. Let's see if we can find the pattern first. 2, 1. What number should go there? In this pattern, in this column here, the numbers are increasing by 1. 1, 2, 3. In this one, it looks like they're going down by 1. 2, 1. Do you think it's 0? Let's look to make sure. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Does that make sense? 3 butterflies. Take away 3. Does that mean none? Let's check that with our fingers. Hold up 3. Now take away 3. Are you holding up 0 fingers? That's right. 3 minus 3 equals 0. Let's see if that pattern makes sense. 2, 1, 0. It sure does. Good job. Let's see. We are going to go ahead and skip number 3. Don't worry about it. Go ahead and turn to the next page. We are also going to skip number 4 heart. So I'm just going to put an X on it. It's not because that is unimportant. It's because this concept, if I've got grown-ups watching, is very tricky. And it's not something that we're going to assess on. So really, I just want to introduce them to this concept, and we will touch on this again later. So kiddos, let's keep going. We're going to look at number 5 handprint, and I'm going to show you another pattern that we can find when we subtract. Let's look at this equation. 10 minus 6 equals 4. Let's try that on our fingers together. 10 fingers up. Minus 6. That means take away 6 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How many fingers do you have left up? That's right, 4. See? The answer is 4. 10, take away 6 equals 4. Let's look at this equation now. 10 minus 4. Kindergartners, if we know that 10 minus 6 equals 4, we will also know that 10 minus 4 equals, let's solve it and I bet you'll see. Start with 10. How many will we take away? Do you see what it says? Right here, minus 4. That means we need to take away 4 fingers. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many fingers do you have left up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, look at this. In these two equations, the 6's and the 4's have traded places. So if we know that 10 minus 6 equals 4, we also know that 10 minus 4 equals 6. Let's try another one. 5 minus 1 equals 4. Let's check that on our fingers together. Start with 5 because it says 5 right here. Minus 1. That means take away 1. Put down 1 finger. How many fingers do you have left? 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. 5 minus 1 equals 4. If we know that 5 minus 1 equals 4, we also know that 5 minus what equals 1. I'm going to give you a hint. Do you remember how the 4's and the 6's traded places in these two equations? They do the same thing in these two equations. Do you know what number will go here? Are you saying it? If you said 4, you've got it. And if you didn't, that's okay. We're going to keep learning together. Look, 5 minus 1 equals 4. 5 minus 4 equals 1. Let's try that equation together on our fingers. Hold up 5. Minus 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many are you holding up? That's right, 1 is left. Do you see that pattern? The 1s and the 4s traded places in these two equations. Turn your page. All right, that means we are done. Kiddos, these next 2 pages are not homework. And again, if I've got grown-ups watching, this concept is tricky. I'm not that worried about it. If they got it, great. And if they didn't, no problem. I really just wanted to introduce them to this, but there's no assessment on whether or not they can find these patterns. So no freaking out, okay? Let's take a look, though, at the Another Look video before we sign off. There we go.
Welcome back! It's good to see you again. Today, we're going to look for a pattern that might help us understand subtraction equations better. I've laid out some dot tiles. We'll use the tiles to model subtraction equations. Look at the top tile. It's the model for this equation. 4 minus 0 equals 4. The subtraction equation for this tile is 4 minus 1 equals 3. Let's check to be sure. 4 dots minus 1 dot is 3 dots. Yep, our equation is correct. Do you see the pattern? Can you say the equation for this tile before I write it? It's 4 minus 2 equals 4 minus 2 equals 2. Can you see the pattern now? The whole 4 stays the same in each equation. As the part we know goes up by 1, 0, 1, 2, the difference goes down by 1, 4, 3, 2. See that? We can use the pattern to write the next 2 equations. The whole is 4 minus. The pattern tells us that the part we know will be 1 more than 2. 3 is 1 more than 2. And the difference will be 1 less than the last difference. 1 is 1 less than 2. This equation is 4 minus 3 equals 1. And here's our last number tile. Again, the whole is 4 minus. The pattern tells us that the part we know will be 1 more than 3. 4 is 1 more than 3. And the difference will be 1 less than the last difference. 0 is 1 less than 1. The last equation is 4 minus 4 equals 0. Now it's your turn. Use the pattern to write all the subtraction equations that have the number 6 as the whole. So long for now.
Kiddos, you did a great job today. I'll see you next time.